Ma'am, you can go with the sheriff. You're free to go.
Who's
Have a
sucking
good day.
whose dick around here?
Hold-
No,
ma'am,
seriously.
Another 30 days for contempt of court. You're in jail for 60 days now.
No, what's going on?
Have you been getting your parenting time?
No, but she is refusing to let me see him.
Again, this is our fourth motion to try to get him parenting time. We simply want him to have his parenting time.
I just want my kids to be safe. That's all.
A father spent months unable to see his children because this woman chose to ignore the court's orders. She walked into court making accusations she couldn't support and didn't bring a single witness to back up her claims. What happened next inside that courtroom was incredibly satisfying to watch. Let's get into it.
Good morning to everyone. This time and place set for the show cause hearing in this matter for contempt for failure to provide parenting time.
Your Honor, essentially, that motion is based primarily on the issues we've had ongoing in relation to compliance with the court order and my client getting parenting time. He's having a hard enough time in the present, again, because she's not keeping in compliance with the court order, and he's not able to see these girls to be able to have a solid relationship and foster that relationship. We have to keep in mind, Your Honor, at the beginning of this case, he was charged with domestic violence in relation to her essentially going after him to get keys to his truck so she could get some pot and smoke it. As he's being arrested, she's telling him, "I want you to come home." He, of course, gets him on bond. He can't have any contact. Once the bond conditions get lifted, she's contacting him through text and saying, "Hey, let's meet you and the girls get together and we can go to the zoo, we can go to a park." She's accusing him of sex with these girls. But before all this, she's wanting him to come home. She's wanting a relationship with him. She's wanting her family essentially reunified. You're making these allegations, these terrible allegations, but on the other hand, you're still wanting the same guy who's supposedly doing this stuff to come into your house. Again, this is the fourth motion we're here this morning on, Your Honor, for him to see his girls. She doesn't follow your court orders. She's clearly shown she's not gonna facilitate a relationship between him and his kids.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Couch, if you wish to speak to the motion.
It's false. In early 2024, my mom threatened to call CPS on me because of the children's odd behavior, requesting that I get them checked by the doctor. I had the doctor examine them at their 2-year checkup, and almost 2 months later, the plaintiff was arrested for domestic violence. I originally withheld the kids because of the plaintiff's sexual preference for diapers and enemas, knowing that the plaintiff was not mentally stable enough for unsupervised visitation. The 9th statement is true. The 11th statement is false. The 12th, I'm unsure of the plaintiff's employment, but the plaintiff has stopped paying child support and I still stay at home with my children. Number 13, I have lived at the residence that the FOC has on file since December 10th, 2024. The 14th statement, I'm unsure of the plaintiff's relationship status. I have friends and family in Michigan, and I lived in Indiana until I was 18, and most of my family resides there. Number 15, I would like the court to consider changing the current custody orders and issue no further contact between the minor children and the plaintiff. Plaintiff should be held accountable for his actions regardless of stature or representation.
Mr. Kelly, you can proceed with your show cause hearing. Do you wish to take testimony from your client? Okay, Mr. Connolly, if you step forward, we'll have you sworn in and then we'll take some testimony.
Have you been getting your parenting time?
No,
Why not?
but she is refusing to let me see him.
Have you attempted to get your children from this couch?
Yes,
Have you called the police for their assistance?
yes.
What happened when the police got involved?
That she slammed the door in their face, denies them, and just tells them no.
Have you filed motions with the court to get parenting time?
Yes,
Has the court awarded you make up parenting time?
yes,
Most recently, did the court award you parenting time in January of this year?
yes,
Did you attempt to go pick the children up for that make up parenting time?
yes.
What happened?
She refused to give them to me again.
Do you approximately know how many days you have missed so far as simply your overnights for parenting time?
20.
Would you like the court to grant you some make up parenting time this morning?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Couch, do you have any questions for the plaintiff?
She made all of those accusations, but when the judge handed her the microphone and asked if she wanted to respond, she simply shook her head. That was all she had. You can't make serious claims against a father and then refuse to explain them when it's your turn to speak. 20 days of missed parenting time wasn't misunderstanding or a scheduling issue. It was a choice she made over and over again. She claimed he had done terrible things to the daughters, yet she offered nothing to support those allegations. Family court judges have seen situations like this countless times. She walked into court ready to make accusations, but the moment she was expected to answer for them, she had nothing to say. That silent head shake told the judge more than any statement could have.
Ms. Putnam, how do you know Mr. Connolly?
He is my son.
Has there been occasions when you have gone with him to go get the girls and anything happened in regards to him actually getting the girls?
We would go, then we were meeting at Riverside Park and we would wait for her to show up. When she'd show up, she'd let the girls out and they would come running up to Zach and we would take them.
Did something change after December 27th?
Either she would not be home, he would text her and she would not respond, or if she was there, we'd knock on the door, she'd open the door and then just say no and slam the door in our face. So we would go back to the truck and call the police for the police to come out and assist.
And the police came out and assisted. That help in terms of actually getting parenting time to occur?
No, she just did the same thing to the police.
Okay, Ms. Couch, do you have any questions
I
of
do,
this witness?
yes. At what age did Zach Conley start wearing diapers?
Yeah, Judge, I'm gonna object to it.
Ma'am, that is not germane. What
No, I am.
Ma'am, what we'll do is we're here to determine whether there was parenting time. That's the show cause, okay? So that's what the purpose of this hearing is. So you can ask questions about the parenting time, compliance with the orders, etc. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
And you were at my residence on the 27th to pick up the children?
Oh, actually, on the January 27th?
Yes. Or
Yes.
December 27th. Or sorry, no, January 27th. I don't have anything written down.
Yes.
Okay. Even though the order was for the 29th. Wasn't that the order
Whatever,
that the judge put
whatever
in
day,
place?
whatever judgment day.
So
I
you
don't know
were,
specific dates, whatever.
and I slammed the door in your face how many times?
Twice that I went by myself once because that was at an appointment that
And
you slammed the door in my face. I have it on video, yes.
you came alone, correct?
I did that day,
Okay.
yes.
That was all I have. I'm sorry.
Okay, Mr. Kelly, any redirect?
No, Your Honor, no further questions, no further witnesses.
Okay, you may step down then. Thank you. Ms. Couch, do you wish to present any testimony or witnesses? No? Okay.
The grandmother then took the stand and confirmed everything the father had said. The only question this woman came up with was asking her at what age she started wearing diapers. It had nothing to do with the case. It seemed like she had run out of meaningful questions and simply hoped that one would somehow help. The judge then gave her another opportunity by asking whether she had any witnesses or anyone at all to support her claims. Once again, she answered no. At that point, her entire case rested only on her own words, while the father and grandmother presented the same consistent account. She had made serious accusations, kept the father away from his children, and still failed to bring a single witness to support her side.
But I was not home at the time of pickups
And why is that?
because he our children, and I don't believe that he needs any more parenting time.
You understand that there's an order for parenting time.
And if it was your children, you would be sending them with him.
I'm just asking you a question. You understand that it was parenting, that it was ordered.
Didn't you deny that? Didn't you go on base and deny it after the fact?
Not the other particular orders. I did deny an ex parte order at one point, but there were subsequent orders to that.
You guys did receive the pictures that I submitted to the court as well, correct?
Anything that was filed has been in the file.
I would love you to take that into consideration.
I would know for the court, I received no response to either of these pleadings for today's hearing.
Okay.
You got two in the mail. I have another question to ask you, sir.
Okay. Let let me clarify that, because this is the order dated February 4th. Did you provide parenting time on the January 29th?
no, I did not.
Okay. And we had at the last hearing and addressed the issue of the CPS involvement. CPS, as Mr. Kelly has stated, has been involved twice before, and they've not had anything substantiated. Is that your understanding?
No, I have the CPS report right here, as well as Carla Titus's number. Now she said that her findings weren't. I need to take the kids to therapy, to get the whole picture, from the kids, them talking, them playing, them, interacting with the therapist. And so that way they can go, they can go on record. And they are in therapy at Summit Point. Now this has just started, but they've already, said some things. That was one of my questions. Do you have the report from Summit Point? They told me that I needed to sign a release so that way they could contact you.
Okay, I'm not aware of any report from Summit Point. It may be in the file, it may not, but you've not introduced that today. And you don't have anyone that could speak to that from Summit Point as a witness in this case, which is what today's date is set for in this particular matter. So, okay, Mr. Kelly, do you have any final argument in this matter?
This is our fourth motion to try to get him parenting time. We simply want him to have his parenting time with the threshold being met, Your Honor, and considering the behaviors, and I think it's going to be ongoing from this couch. We request that the children be turned over to him today, that he have custody and parenting time with the children until the evidentiary hearing occurs. We request mom's parenting time be supervised. We'd also request the assistance of law enforcement to pick the children up. I believe they're probably with her mother, who's likely going to take the same stance as Ms. Couch and refuse to turn them over. Maybe give them the authority with a court order if she fails to do so, that she can be arrested. And in the meantime, Your Honor, we'd request a finding of contempt. Sanctions are doing nothing. You've sanctioned her $1,000, which she's voiced she's never going to pay. Doesn't have any impact on her. At this point in time, we request jail time, 30 days of jail time. Maybe that'll get her attention that she needs to follow your orders. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Couch, your closing argument.
This was her final argument, and instead of presenting evidence, she became emotional. She had no witnesses, no proof, and no argument left to make. It felt like she knew exactly what she was doing. She had every opportunity to support her claims, yet she brought nothing to the courtroom. Becoming emotional didn't change that. Standing there as though she was the victim, after violating the court's orders and keeping a father from his children, did nothing to strengthen her case.
I am acting I just want my kids to be safe. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Well, the court has heard the testimony in this case. The court will note that, again, that apparently there had been a denial of parenting time, which is not disputed by the defendant. In fact, she acknowledges that she has, in fact, denied parenting time. And court notes that as a result, she has withheld the children, that she's failed to comply with the order of.
But there's reason, sir.
Excuse me?
There's reason.
Okay.
Valid reason.
Okay, ma'am, you're done. You don't have time to speak at this point. Okay, you've had a chance to testify, you had a chance to do a final argument, so you're done. The court will note that I am calling from the last hearing where she had made allegations concerning the plaintiff, and in fact, she acknowledged at that time that there had been 2 CPS involvements and the CPS had not done anything as a result. She acknowledged that she had been in contact with the police, that they had not done anything as a result either. The court will find that she is in fact in contempt of court. The court will, as the plaintiff stated, he's entitled to 20 days of makeup parenting time, and that shall occur at such time as he acquires the care of the children. The court will note that, again, the prior rulings of this court, that she had done makeup parenting time on 2 occasions, as well as paying the attorney fees, that in fact, she has ignored and refused to comply with those particular orders. So ma'am, unfortunately, you leave me no choice, but the court will sentence you to 30 days in jail with the Calhoun County Sheriff. The court will further remand you to the care of the Calhoun County Sheriff, where you will remain until such time as the children are turned over to the plaintiff and until such time as you've paid the previously ordered attorney fees of $1,000. So ma'am, you can go with the sheriff, and
Are you serious?
this matter is concluded. You're free to go.
Who's
Have a good
sucking
day.
who's dick around here?
Oh,
No,
ma'am,
seriously.
Another 30 days for contempt of court. You're in jail for 60 days now.
No, what's going
If you
on?
keep going, I can go as long as you want, ma'am.
Case is a reminder that emotions won't replace evidence in a courtroom. In the end, she was sentenced to 30 days. After everything she said to the judge, she seemed to believe there would be no consequences. Instead, she learned that actions have real consequences. It was a satisfying ending, especially for the father who had spent months separated from his children. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this case.